I prayed for this and it happened.
You what?
When I know there is a path for me to WrestleMania, not only to go to WrestleMania, but to do something historic and to cement what I am saying, to prove what I'm saying when I say that I am a contender and that I will be a champion. I will be a champion.
Yo, party peeps, what is up? It's your boy, the best gabber in the biz. The Elimination Chamber is officially set and done. So if you're not up yet, stay awake for a couple more minutes because you're about to hear the best gabber in the biz. Rhea Ripley retains over Nia Jax in the main event as the Australian crowd goes wild. Aussie, 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 aye. Drew McIntyre has punched his ticket to face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania for the world title, but he's not going to be alone because Sami's going to be joining him. Before we get to the big show, the big dance, and Cody Rhodes has issued a challenge to The Rock for WrestleMania. Guys, everything that happened here on the show tonight, including the dumb Australians freaking being disgusting and continuing to not disrespect my living legend, our living legend, Dominic Mysterio, you're going to hear right here, right now. So get ready to like and hit that subscribe button because the newest episode of The Gift of Gabe covering tonight's or this morning's Elimination Chamber starts, I'm thinking, right about, now. Okay, you guys, so let's get things down to what happened with the women tonight. We had Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax as our main event for the Women's World Championship and the Elimination Chamber women's match to determine who would face Mami for the Women's World title. That match was won by Becky Lynch. It will now be Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World title. We knew this was how it was going to go down. I have told you guys my feelings multiple times. Rhea Ripley should beat Becky Lynch to retain the Women's World title, hands down. Becky just does not, to me, I don't feel like she needs to win. She's been built up as always having to beat the unstoppable force. Rhea should 1,000% win. She should 1,000% win. She's been on a tear. Becky shouldn't just come in and be like, yeah, I'm the man. Now I beat you. No, that is 1,000% stupid. Rhea should retain. You can never lose that at SummerSlam. She doesn't have to even lose that at Mania. She can lose that any time. But definitely don't have Rhea lose to Becky Lynch. But they set the theme of tonight's Elimination Chambers were setting up WrestleMania matches. I think they set up another WrestleMania match inside the chamber with Tiffany Stratton versus Bianca Belair. Tiffany time was the time in Australia. The crowd was going nuts. Dude, she's going to be Miss Money in the Bank for me at this point. But she ended up having a lot of beef continued with Bianca Belair, kind of reflecting the last few weeks. And I think they're setting those two up for a huge match. And again, I'm telling you, if you are doing that match, Tiffany Stratton beats Bianca Belair. She's the one who is turning into super fast into an already main caliber player. And we need more of those so that we don't have to always see Becky Lynch or Bianca Belair or Charlotte Flair always in the title picture every single time. I love Bianca. I've said this before. But I don't need to see her in the title picture for a while. However, her and Tiffany Stratton have a multi-month non-title rivalry. They can do it. But started with Tiffany Stratton beating Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. Both these women's matches should have the right outcome of Rhea and Tiffy time reigning supreme. Mami being on top with Tiffy looking at her watch being like, let's go. We did it. And Becky and Bianca should come out losing ends because we got to give more attention to the other women. But the women all showed out tonight. It was super dope, and I'm looking forward to, the women's matches that are about to take place at WrestleMania 40.
I'm interested.
Alright guys, it was Judgment Day defending the Undisputed Tag Titles against New Catch Republic's Pete Dunne and Big Strong Boy Tyler Bate. Match was super dope. As expected, Judgment Day are still the tag champs. They're not going to be dropping those bad boys until they face Awesome Truth at WrestleMania to close out that multi-month program with R-Truth and the Judgment Day. So we knew the result here. But I just want to take a minute. I want to take a second because you Australians, you had the opportunity. You see all over the States. Everywhere we go, everyone's booing Dominic Mysterio, our living legend, your living legend, out of the building, being so disrespectful. You guys had the opportunity to be better. You had a chance to actually show some class. And what did you do? What did you do? The same thing as all the disgusting filth in every arena around the world, and you booed your living legend and called him a wanker? How dare you? How dare you? You make me sick. Sick. You paid to see this man. This man's going to be running this company for the next 10 years over his young deadbeat dad and eclipse his legacy with multiple world championships and make that mark Michael Cole freaking eat his words. I am disappointed in every single one of you. I hope you don't get another PLE for years because of the disrespect that you showed our living legend, Dominic Mysterio. Judgment Day on top. All rise for the Judgment Day. And all hail the living legend, Dominic Mysterio. You guys, we had the Grayson Waller effect with Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins. And the challenge has been issued. Not for a tag match at WrestleMania, but for straight up one-on-one Cody Rhodes, the current People's Champ, versus the former People's Champ, The Rock. Little intrigued. I'm intrigued, but I understand it. We all expected the tag match because Ron said, he'll have Cody's back. But it looks like Cody just wants The Rock one-on-one, and Seth will be like in his corner. That's looking like, if it's made official, will be night one's main event. And I can see it because I can't see Rock, after everything that's transpired, just being in Roman Reigns' corner at WrestleMania. I feel like he wants to have a match. And it sucks for Seth because he won't have the main event spotlight anymore, but at least he'll still be there and can hope for it for another year. But that's why we were expecting the tag match, because it was Cody, Seth versus Rock and Roman. But it makes it a little less complicated because it means not only Cody is the only one that has to go double duty on each night, instead of Seth doing that too when he has a world title program that he'll have to have his eyes on, especially with how much is going to change. More on that later. But, God, it's just a little trippy to think about. Just all the Rocky sucks, die Rocky die, like how much has transpired, and the fact that we can actually see Cody Rhodes versus The Rock and him beat him on night one of WrestleMania with, I'm guessing, some sort of stipulation. This is just so freaking trippy. We won't have to wait too long for an answer because Rock is on SmackDown this Friday night. Not for sing along with The Rock, but to tell all you freaking slobs, and you all better enjoy the ride that The Rock is about to take you on. And Cody might be showing up to, deliver a little payback for that slap, because payback's a bitch, and that crossroads is going to hurt like one when he gets his hands on you, because nothing, not The Rock, not Roman, not any person on this planet is going to stop Cody Rhodes from fulfilling his destiny and going to WrestleMania 40 and finishing his story.
I have to finish the story.
Guys, we had the men's Elimination Chamber match, and just like the women, they built WrestleMania matchups for 6 weeks, 7 weeks from now. 42 days to be specific. Those matches are LA Knight, versus the phenomenal AJ Styles. Logan Paul defending the United States Championship against KO and Randy Orton, and Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for the World Championship, but it's not going to stay that way. I'll elaborate. First off, LA Knight versus AJ Styles, I have no problem with. It looked like it was going to be LA Knight versus Logan Paul for the US title, but the top of the card getting adjusted due to the CM Punk injury basically has caused a chain of events to adjust the middle of the card. So that is why they're going to stick with the LA Knight, versus AJ Styles match. Because Styles did what Logan did last year to Seth Rollins. Came in, screwed him out the chamber, and officially went heel. Because he kind of almost a little bit have been a tweener up until this point. I am all for that match. KO versus Logan, they're going to continue that as well because they still got beef. KO was literally chomping at the bit to get his hands on Logan inside the chamber, and boy did he. But then, after getting eliminated by Randy Orton, Logan Paul takes the brass knucks, bam, knocks Randy Orton on his ass, and then causes him to get eliminated. So, I'm guessing they're now going to have Logan Paul, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens all bout in a triple threat for the United States Championship. And it's kind of a toss-up. I don't know who really would win that, but I kind of like that, being perfectly honest. Speaking on the subject of triple threats, Drew McIntyre has earned his spot. He will fight Seth Rollins at WrestleMania for the world title. However, that match is going to be a triple threat. I've been saying it for weeks, months even. And now I officially know how we're getting there. On the Grayson Waller effect, Seth Rollins said, I'm about to be medically cleared. And you know how Seth is. He's going to want to fight before WrestleMania. He even said that he wants to, in interviews earlier, this year after the injury. So, Sami, on Raw last week, he said he's going to wait for the proper opportunity, and then he's going to try to find that path to WrestleMania. So, Zayn, He's going to go and beat Nakamura this Monday on Raw, get some more momentum, and then the next week, he's going to issue the challenge to Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Because in his mind, he'll be like, I have to go to WrestleMania. And the only way I could probably do that right now is to win the world title before WrestleMania. So, he'll issue the challenge to Seth. Seth will gladly accept because he's a fighting champion. But McIntyre, he's going to be livid because he wants that one-on-one match with Seth. And he doesn't want Sami anywhere near it because he told Sami, stay out of my business, being a gaslighting prick. Getting on my nerves, dude. You're making this personal. And then Zayn will fight Rollins later on. He'll come this close. Hits the haluva kick. Is literally about to win. The ref's about to hit 3. McIntyre comes in, starts attacking Zayn, causes a DQ finish, and lays out both Rollins and Zayn, which causes the very next week Zayn to have a legit gripe, and we get the triple threat. Zayn, McIntyre, Rollins, WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship, with Zayn pinning McIntyre in the middle of the ring after her haluva kick to finally become World Heavyweight Champion. Congrats on the win, Drew. Congrats. But you've been receiving a lot of help in order to get to WrestleMania, and it's going to be because of you getting too ahead of yourself and being obsessed with freaking making Sami's life miserable that it's going to end up becoming a triple threat, and why you're going to get pinned for Sami Zayn to win his first World Championship at WrestleMania. And I figure that storyline to officially make a triple threat will take probably like 3 weeks out of the 6 that we have left until WrestleMania. Mark my words, Sami Zayn will become world champion at WrestleMania, and he'll do it by pinning you, Drew McIntyre, and finally achieving his destiny of becoming champion. Because it's destiny! Okay, you guys, that is the Elimination Chamber. We are done. Put it in the rear view mirror. 42 days away from WrestleMania in Philly. Your boy will be there. You can guarantee it. But now we have to shift gears to the final match of the Icon Sting Revolution next Sunday, March 3rd. It is going down. Sting and Darby defending against the EVP Bucks in a tornado tag match. Swerve, Samoa Joe, and Hangman triple threat for the World Championship. Will Ospreay versus Konosuke Takeshita. Meet Madness with Wardlow and Powerhouse Hobbs. Christian Cage, our father, the patriarch of AEW, the greatest TNT champion of all time, versus Daniel Garcia, and so much more. Is going to be another all-time great night for AEW. Possibly once again one of the greatest pay-per-views in wrestling history, especially for AEW. And it'll be the time where we have to say goodbye to the Icon Sting's legendary career. But we got Dynamite this Wednesday, the final one, Sting's final appearance. We'll see what goes down and who gets that last bit of momentum before we get to March 3rd Revolution. And like I said, this Monday's Raw, Sami Zayn begins his road to WrestleMania to earn momentum and make his way to winning his first World Championship on the grandest stage of them all. And then this Friday, The Rock is back and to answer potentially now Cody's challenge for WrestleMania, and what I'm thinking probably get laid out by the American Nightmare. Guys, you're not going to want to miss any of these shows going down. You're definitely not going to want to miss what your boy, the best Gab in the biz, has to say afterwards. So keep on liking, keep on subscribing, and keep on remembering that when it comes to talking wrestling, who better to Gab with than Gabe right here. Okay, you guys, I know we all have to wake up early, but hope you all enjoyed the Elimination Chamber. I did. Get ready because it's time to strap in because Revolution's right around the corner and we're 42 days away from WrestleMania. So until then, I will see you guys after Raw this Monday night. Deuces, I'm out of here.